Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Sash Factor live chat series. Once again, we are so happy that you are here with us tonight. From the Philippines, maraming salamat po for tuning in to our special Sunday episode here on Sash Factor. My name is Noy Sabilano, and I am your correspondent for our special interview for today. So, to all of the fans, I am seeing a lot of the fans already placing their comments and already logging into our interview. Maraming salamat po for tuning into Sash Factor Live because right now we have a very special exclusive guest here on Sash Factor. We have Miss Universe Spain 2020 finalist. Without further ado, let's all welcome Andrea de las Heras.
Hello, everyone. Hello, Philippines.
Wow, so beautiful, ladies and gentlemen, the stunning and the lovely Andrea de las Heras. In the
Thank you.
Philippines, we say in the Philippines, kamusta? That is, how are you?
Amsta. Is that right?
Kamusta there. So how are you right now, Andrea? How are things there in Spain right now?
I'm so happy to be here talking to you. This is amazing that we can connect, right, with people from everywhere right now. And well, the situation here is still not completely, solved, but we are trying really hard. Everyone is
Mm-hmm.
trying to be responsible, and recently, especially here in Madrid, we have still like a little bit of restrictions. We still can do many things. We can still go to restaurants and things like that, but by 11 everything is closed until 6 in
Yeah.
the morning. So
Oh, there you go. So again, of course, we wish nothing but the best for everyone in Spain. We hope that things get better there. But for now, let's talk about the fun stuff and the things about you, about your bid, your candidacy to the Miss Universe Spain 2020 crown. But before we begin, let's see. We have one commenter here already. Actually, two
mhm.
commenters here already. Allow me to flash this so that you can say hi to them. Let's say hi first to, okay, this one's in Japanese, but then let's see this one. Okay, Viva España. Maybe we can say hi to the commenter. Hello, thank you for watching. Okay, this
Hello
one,
everyone.
there you go. We have here also Jules Guerrelenia. He says, Hola, Andrea, ¿qué tal? You say hi to
¿Cómo
Jules right
estás?
now.
Bye.
There you go. Thank you so much, Jules. And we also have here one more, Chan Chai Nong Takray. Hola. He's saying hola.
Hola.
Hello. There you go. Yes. And we also have here someone commenting, Bebelin
Hello,
Cañonero
Madeline.
Balo. Hello. There you go. And right now, actually, Andrea, there is a lot of interest in our interview right now. We have more than 100 viewers on our live stream tonight. Thank you
Wow. Thank
so,
you so
thank you
much.
so, thank you so much for tuning in. Napakadami po. There are a lot of like viewers for tonight. But stay tuned. Um, Wait for our cue to place your questions for our extra special guest for tonight because what we're going to do now is we're going to know a little bit more about Andrea with our very first segment. Okay? We're going to start off with the fun part first, definitely. And we're going to start off with Would You Rather? Okay? So this is a very interesting segment. I'm going to ask Andrea some Would You Rather questions, and Andrea, you will have to choose between the two and give your reasons why you chose that certain item. Are you ready for this Would You
I'm
Rather
ready.
segment?
Let's do
There you
it.
go. Let's do it. Okay. Now, let's have first this one. Would you rather, Andrea, would you rather spend 24 hours of morning or 24 hours of evening?
During summer or winter?
Oh no, I think you can either maybe during winter perhaps.
Well, I guess I would go with the morning because you can be more productive in the morning if you've got good sleep. So let's do morning is fine.
Morning. So you can say that you are more of a morning person than an evening person. Is that so?
I am a little bit of both, but it's true that during the mornings, especially during the week, like if you organize your stuff right, you can do a lot of things. So I will go with the mornings, yes.
Morning. We have a productive queen in our midst right now. Thank you, Andrea. Next one. Would you rather, this one's interesting, would you rather have the ability to fly or
Mm-hmm.
be completely invisible for one day?
Invisible. Yes.
Invisible. Wow. Why invisible?
Because it's it's it will give me the possibility of watching and hearing a lot of things that otherwise I couldn't. And yeah, I will choose invisible because of that. I like to be in places where I'm probably not allowed in other circumstances, and but
Wow.
always for the good.
Okay, great, great. Yes, that's actually perfectly fine. There you go. Next one. This one's also really interesting. Would you rather, I'm not too sure which you're going to choose, would you rather never use social media ever again or
Mhm.
never watch a movie or TV show ever again?
I will not be I mean, honestly, I couldn't live without cinema or series. So I prefer not to have
Oh,
social media, yes. But to me, go to the cinema is like therapy. So I cannot live with
uh, oh, there you go. So maybe you can share what was the last movie that you watched?
Last
What was the
movie I
last movie?
watched, I went to the cinema just 3 or 4 days ago, and I went there to watch the last film of Almodovar. Is a very famous director here in Spain, and it was his first movie of not with an actress that is not a Spanish speaker. She's
Mm-hmm.
American. Um,
Oh,
I found it very interesting because they did this movie during the quarantine period. So it's
oh.
not actress all alone. It's not more people interacting, and yeah, it's very interesting because they show that even under these circumstances, they can still make art, cinema. So
Correct, correct. Yes, we totally agree. So, may I ask, are the cinemas already open? Because you mentioned that you went to the cinema, as in the physical cinema. They're already
mhm.
open in Spain. Oh,
Yes, they are
wow.
open. But yes,
Because
they are.
because here in the Philippines, the cinemas are not yet opened. So we
Um,
envy you. Yes, we envy you. We miss also going to the cinemas as well. Thank you so much for sharing that. Andrea, next one. Would you rather be a famous pop star or be a
mhm.
famous politician?
Um, that's a good one. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I guess if you're a famous politician, it's because you're doing really good things for a lot of people. So probably a very good politician. Yes.
Oh, wow. And I think because you can also like affect change and influence around the world, right? More than the
Mhm.
pop star. Yes, great. All right, next one. Would you rather, okay, this one. Would you rather be able to change something in your past or
Mhm.
see or predict your future? Okay.
Um, I don't regret anything about my past. Of course, I made a lot of mistakes like everybody else, but
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I think I would like to know my future. Yes. So yeah, if I can change something in the future and do better, then I prefer that option. Mhm.
Yes, well, I actually totally agree. I think maybe for you, since you are um going to be a candidate for Miss Universe Spain, maybe you can see through if you're going to win in a few weeks, right? So that's something that's very interesting. All right, thank you
Even
so
if I
much. Next,
knew that I will lose, I would still participate because it's being amazing experience, the preparation. This I can tell.
that is that is true. That is true. Yes, thank you so much, Andrea. Next one, and I have two more here. Next one is this one's a little lighter. Never pay for airplane tickets or never pay for food in restaurants.
Never pay for a plane ticket. 100%.
Oh, why is that so? Why is that so?
Because I love traveling. It feeds
Mm-hmm.
me more than food. And yes, if I could be, jumping in a plane every day and discovering new places, I would choose that for sure. Yes, you can
Yeah,
always cook at home.
correct. I totally agree with that. So we Miss Universe Spain 2020 finalist Andrea here is a travel buddy. So that's really great to know. Okay, one last. This one's a little bit serious on the serious side, Andrea. Would you rather end COVID-19 or
Mhm.
end world hunger?
I will probably end world hunger because I have a lot of hope in our scientific community, and I guess
Mm-hmm.
sooner or later they will find the way to control COVID-19. But hunger, it's something that is been there with us forever, and if we could totally eradicate hunger, we will be, even more close to be over with other diseases, a lot of more diseases than COVID-19. It is true that it's affecting the whole world right now, but it's people suffering from hunger in so many places from longer than this. So yes, I would cure hunger better than COVID-19.
All right, there you go. So that is a really great answer to that question. I wasn't expecting a really profound answer to that would you rather question, but then you were able to give me. Thank you so much, Andrea. So that concludes our first segment for Would You Rather with Andrea. Now allow me to say hi to more of our fans once again because we have a lot of comments coming in already. Let's take a look at some of
Oh,
the fan comments. And I think there are some questions here. Okay. We have here, okay, this one.
oh,
Okay, this one first. Rico DC, Spain is very strong this year. OMG. Well, she is not yet the
thank you
official
so much,
candidate
Rico.
yet, but we have a feeling that if she's going to win, she's gonna be a very strong delegate for Miss Universe, right? We also have here, okay, I'm gonna have here, okay, Jules, Garalenia also would like to ask, do you watch La Casa de Papel?
Of course, I did. It's amazing, very good series. I recommend to all of you watch it because it's really, really good, very good.
Mm-hmm.
It's on
Yes. I
Netflix.
haven't watched.
I recommend
Yes,
it.
correct. I haven't watched it, but I actually watched another Spanish series. It's Elite. Is that Elite?
Mhm. Yes,
I also
Elite.
watched that. I
Very good.
super love. Right? I super
Me
love that.
too.
I super love that. Really great storyline. Okay. One more here. We're going to close the comments for now. There's a lot of comments coming in. Jo Marie Tuble would like to say hola gorgeous. Can you say hi to
Hello.
Jo Marie? There you go. Thank you so much to all of our commenters early on. But we have to leave the comment section for now because right now we're going to know a little bit more about Andrea on a personal side. So, Andrea, I'd like to ask this time for my first question about who you are. All right. Maybe you can share a little bit about your life outside Miss Universe in 2020. I mean, what is your life like? What is a typical day in the life of Andrea de las Heras?
Well, my typical days right now is all focused on my preparation because it's only 10 days left until
Mm-hmm.
everything starts. So I cannot miss a minute. I wish I had more time. And I'm really focused on that. So I wake up every morning. I try to, if I cannot do a sport during the morning, I do my catwalk classes, or I study a little bit about what is going on in the world because I like to keep myself informed. Um, I don't know. It's all about the preparation. There is always so many details that you can do to improve yourself. And my goal right now is to be the best version I can be of myself so I can represent my country the best way. And I'm putting all my energy on that.
There you go. So it's all about the preparations for now. But then, Andrea, I'd like to know. I mean, if you're not preparing for Miss Universe Spain 2020, I mean, what is a typical day in your life? What do you like to do? I mean, basically.
Well, during the past few years, I've been working out. I mean, working in another countries for maybe a month. So I went to Italy. I went to Miami. Also, I was cabin crew before. My life is always changing, so I never have the
Mm-hmm.
same routine. One times I'm studying, other times I'm working. I travel also for work, and so it's never the same. But when I am more quiet, when I'm in Madrid, I like to do very similar to what I just said, except for the preparation. But I like to
Mm-hmm.
work out, take care of myself, work, and
Yeah.
just try to organize my life, my
Mm.
everyday, and obviously spend time with family and friends.
Correct, correct. And that's perfectly fine. Now, I'd like to ask, since you mentioned about family, all right, how would your family and friends describe Andrea de las Heras? I mean, are you like the quiet type? Are you like the outgoing type? How are they going to describe you in a nutshell?
Um, well, my dad will say that I never stop. I'm always traveling or meeting new people or doing different things. My
Mm,
mom says I'm very strong woman because
mm,
um, she knows me better than anyone else. And sometimes I doubt about myself, but she's the one who remembered me that yes, you overcome so many situations that you can totally overcome anything. And my best friend will also tell you that I'm very passionate about what I do, or I hope she will tell you also that I'm a good friend and I'm always there for her.
mm.
It's hard to speak in the for others, but
Yeah. So maybe we can guess your friends and your families the next time. So we're gonna know the real
yeah.
truth about you. Okay. Now, since you already shared a little bit about what you do in your daily life, the preparations and whatnot, I'd like to ask now, let's talk about your pageant journey. All right. I'd like to ask
Mhm.
Andrea, have you always been interested with beauty pageants? What is your pageant story like? When did you start becoming interested? Was it really a passion of yours to begin with?
It was back in in 1918 that I had my first opportunity to participate in Miss Universe Spain. It was all
Mm,
by accident because I never saw myself as a possibly candidate. I never, but especially back then, I didn't have this confident about myself. I didn't see myself as a beautiful woman.
mm,
So I never even thought about myself doing that. But then, when they offered me the opportunity, the organization that was running it back then asked me to go to the casting, and I thought about it for a long time, and then I decided yes because I like to. I always say yes to new adventures, and then I did it, and I passed the casting, and I participated. But it wasn't until a little bit later that I really realized what it meant to be a Miss Universe Spain or a
mm,
Miss Universe or Miss in any country. How
mm.
much responsibility it have, and how much good you can do, and all the beauty on it, right? So it
Yeah.
was back, after participating when I truly understood everything better.
There you go. So that was a really great story. So I'd like to ask, who was the one who really pushed you? Because you mentioned that wasn't really your intention to really join the first time, right? Who was
Mhm.
the one who really pushed you and told you, I think you need to try this one. I think you need to give it a shot. Do you
So,
remember?
yes, of course. The first person that asked me to participate was somebody that was working in the organization back then, not anymore, but back then. And he saw my profile on Instagram, and he asked me,
Mm,
through Instagram, if I wanted to come to the casting. And really didn't spoke much because his job was to encourage girls to do the first step to come to the casting. So I'm really thankful to that person for putting me into this path, and also obviously my family, that was the first people that when I asked about my intentions, they support me completely from the minute zero. Also my best friend, everyone that told me, yeah, try, why not? There's nothing wrong with it.
wow, there you go. So if it weren't for that one person who messaged you on Instagram, we
Mhm.
wouldn't be talking to you right now. So to that one person, thank you so
Exactly.
much for messaging. There you go. Now, I'd like to like move forward to your pageant story. This time, of course, specifically on Miss Universe Spain. All right.
Mhm.
So, of
Mhm.
course, a lot of the pageant fans are very familiar with your story. All right. We are perfectly aware that you competed already in 2018, right? And I
Mhm.
think you finished. It was a really impressive finish. I think you finished fifth runner up. Is that right?
Yeah, it was really unexpected because it was my first time, and you know that
Yeah.
pageants requires a lot of experience. If not experience, at least you have to have a great preparation, and I didn't even have time for that.
Correct, correct. So for a first timer finishing fifth runner up, that's already very impressive. But then, of course, I think for every competition, the goal is to really win the top title, right? I'd like to ask you, Andrea, what do you think were the things that you didn't have yet during 2018? What were the things that you lacked that didn't allow you to win the national title during that time?
Well, in my opinion, a part of the obviously the most like the show that people can see, that is the catwalk or all these things that obviously I needed a lot of work. I wasn't mature enough. I wasn't mature as I am today. I
Mm-hmm.
understood not yet as much as I do today the importance or how big it is.
Yeah.
I can tell you that it wasn't my moment. It wasn't my year, and it was like the first contact with Pageant 3. But I'm happy the outcome results were like it were, and yeah, I'm happy. It's not nothing I would
Yeah.
change about that year. Mhm.
Yes, correct. And I totally agree. I think for every great pageant story, so to say, Andrea, I think there is a certain sense of like fulfillment if you take your time, wait for the right moment. And I totally agree with you. 2018 might not be the perfect time yet for you. And
Exactly.
2020 might be the time, the perfect time for you. Fingers crossed. Correct, correct. All right. Now, I'd like to dwell a little bit more on 2018 because, of course, all of the pageant fans around the world is perfectly familiar with 2018 edition of Miss Universe Spain as very historic, right?
Mhm.
Because the winner on during that year was Angela Ponce, Miss Universe Spain 2018, and she was the very first ever transgender woman who won the title and
Mhm.
the very first transgender woman to ever participate at Miss Universe, the international competition. And we would like to know, Andrea, from someone who's inside or from an insider's point of view, how was the reception really like? Because it was actually a very interesting, a very historic win. What was really the reception like in Angela's victory during that time?
Well, I can tell you that Angela has a very powerful message, and this is the purpose on this competition. It's not about who is the most beautiful woman, it's about who has the most. I mean, it is also, but not, it's not about the looks, it's about who you are in the inside and how many people you can reach, how many people you can help. And her story definitely reached so to millions and millions of people that were feeling like her in that moment. So I think it was necessary, and I'm very happy that my country was the first one to do that, to to take this decision. She really deserved to win. She prepared herself as a miss, but also as a woman with her powerful message, and I'm really happy with her win.
Correct, correct. Of course, that's actually very nice to hear from you personally, from someone who had participated with Angela during that year. Thank you for sharing that. Now, as a whole, Andrea, since we already know that Angela Ponce's win during that year, it opened a lot of discussions. It opened a lot of like conversations about transgender women joining international pageants. Um, typically only for naturally born women. What is your stand on this one of about transgender women joining pageants like Miss Universe?
She's a woman to me, so there is no more discussions about
Mm-hmm.
about this subject. The organizations allows it. Thank God nowadays. So I think there is where the debate should end. To
Mm-hmm.
me, she's another woman more participating, and well, that's all I can say. I'm very happy she did what she did, and she's still helping a lot of people around the world. And yeah, it's
Yes.
simple as
Yes. Again, thank you for sharing your opinions on that. And again, we are perfectly happy that it happened in 2018 because personally, as someone who also supports LGBTQ rights and issues, I am perfectly happy that that happened because it had to happen because we had to open the conversation, right? We had to
exactly.
open the conversation about these things. And we are so happy that it happened with Spain and Angela Ponce during that year. And we're so happy also that we get to experience that during that year. Now, I'd like to redirect now the conversation to you, okay? Since you are giving the pageant another try for this year. So 2018 you joined, you finished fifth runner up. Now 2020 you decided to join again this year. What made you decide this time? What were your feelings about like pushing through 2020 and finally say I'm gonna give it another try?
Well, it's so many reasons. Also, it has a lot to be with many people supporting me from many different countries. It's the first time back in 2018 that I felt so much support on a project, and I didn't want to disappoint all these people that believes in me. So I had like this, how to say, I had like this responsibility to prove myself better and to do that for them. Also, it was something that it was within myself. Like I couldn't. I told to myself many times, forget about it. It's not for you. Why
Mm-hmm.
bother? Or do you already try? Why not to try new things? But it was something inside of myself that were telling me, no, you have to come back. No, you have to try again. I don't know. I felt a very big connection with this, and I don't know yet where that does it come from. I can give you many possible reasons, but there is something that is I cannot even explain. It's something that
Uh-huh.
pushed me to do it. So
Yeah, yeah. I perfectly understand. I think there is something like intangible or unexplainable that really
mm,
pushes you from inside to say that I think 2020 is gonna be my year. I perfectly understand that. Now, maybe this one you can describe a little bit more. Comparing your 2018 bid for Miss Universe Spain and 2020, you've already mentioned a little bit about this. Aside from the feelings that you have about participating this year, what do you think has changed from 2 years ago to today?
um, the person who changed the most is myself, and this is about it.
Mhm.
It's now I see the things more clear. I'm more mature, as I said. I feel more like a woman. I don't have the insecurities I had before,
Mhm.
and it's a completely different feeling. First time that I participated, I was afraid of being judged. I was afraid of doing wrong, made a mistake, say wrong
Mhm.
thing. I have so many insecurities, but today I embrace who I am, and
Mhm.
it's something that I can always improve myself, and I wish I could be a better person and a better version in 5 years. But today I'm happy with who I am, and it's about it.
Yes, I think if you already feel that you are perfectly ready to take on the challenge again, then why not? 2020 is the perfect opportunity. Now, since you already mentioned a while ago, I think you mentioned that aside from it being a beauty pageant, you saw Miss Universe Spain as an opportunity to have a voice, right? To send out that message. I'd like to ask, what is that one message or like an advocacy that you'd like to promote now that you are competing as Miss Universe Spain 2020 candidate?
My message is that no. no matters where you start, you can always achieve your goals if you keep yourself in the path. Because I had difficulties with bulimia. I suffered from it when I was really young. Developed a problem, and it affected my life so much. And the way that I couldn't do things in the normal way as expected as other people or as my friends, and it created a lot of suffer also to people around me, and especially to myself. So it's possible to recover from that, but also to anything else that is happening to you. And I'm the proof of that. So it's not that I'm any kind of superhero or anything like that. I'm just a
Yeah.
normal girl. I had my past where I didn't feel good, beautiful, starting back, starting there. You know, I couldn't even feel beautiful in the outside, and
Mhm.
also not in the inside. I thought about myself that I couldn't do anything. I lost completely my self conscious, and yeah. My message is that I've been there, and I totally understand how it feels. And by believing in yourself and asking for
Mhm.
help, and not giving up to your dreams, you can totally overcome the situation. It could be a little bit harder, but you can do it.
Yes, I actually I think I remember that certain message because I actually follow you now on Instagram. We're supposed to have like a segment where we're going to show the photos from your Instagram, but then
Mhm.
the technical part of the presentation is not working. But then I'd like to say that when I followed you on Instagram, I was really struck with the bio that you had. It says
Mhm.
there, my hope is that one day someone who sees this page and decides not to give up. I mean, I think that's perfectly the message that you are trying to send to everyone. Maybe you can tell a little bit more because you also like post a lot of like inspirational quotes on your page.
Mhm.
To everyone, if you haven't followed Andrea yet on Instagram, follow her because she has a lot of things there that she wants to show. But I'd like to ask, I mean, why is that certain message posted in your bio? Where is that
Mhm.
experience drawing from?
um Everyone is looking for inspiration on Instagram, and as I said, I'm not a role model. I'm not more than a normal girl, but I invest a lot of time on finding me too. I'm a user, and what I look for the most is inspirational quotes or inspirational people or inspirational messages. And I like to share other people messages because I think that is what we should use social media to and
Mm,
for to. And um that is something I liked. I love to share things that like really resonates with myself, that make a little change inside of me. And but also, as I'm doing now, I'm telling my story for the first time since I started my competition, because only my very close people, my family and friends, knew about my story. And now I'm being open about it, and I think everyone should do it. When people is looking at you is when you have to show yourself vulnerable. You have to accept that you're also a human being, and you have your yes, you have your own demons, and you have to fight every day with the things
mm,
that are difficult for you. And it's okay to show that. It's okay not to be okay. It's okay to show that you work hard for to get something. It's okay to feel yeah. It's to me, that's my message, is that I'm just like you, and I'm
mhm.
fighting like everyone else.
I super love what you mentioned that it's okay not to be okay. It's
Mhm.
perfectly okay to be perfectly imperfect because right now, again, for beauty pageants, they think that the perfection is like the barometer of success when you join a pageant. But then for you have, I think, inspired a lot of people by saying that it's okay to have like faults, to have like
Mhm.
flaws. And I think that's what's going to like push you forward to the competition because you have that very powerful message. So thank you,
Thank you.
Andrea, for sharing that with us tonight. Now, speaking of moving forward in the competition, of course, let's now talk about the grand finale, the grand coronation of Miss Universe Spain 2020. What are
Mhm.
the things that we can expect? Because I'm not too familiar what's going to happen. Is Spain already allowed to do like live events? What can we expect during the finals of Miss Universe Spain?
So the organization decide that the event is going to take place on Tenerife, Canary Islands, which is a place that um, we are very thankful that it's not very hit by the COVID-19. It's almost no incidents in there, and so it's very safe. Plus,
Mm-hmm.
all the candidates are going to take the test for COVID, so we know that
Okay.
no one has it, and we are going to be in a hotel that also requires all this security, and
Mm-hmm.
we can be sure that we can be in a safe space, and obviously it's not going to be a massive event as we would like to, but we can still do it, and I'm very thankful for that, because otherwise it has place in Madrid or any other city will be more complicated.
Yeah, of course, we're perfectly fine. That's perfectly understandable. But we're so happy that Spain is still going to push through with a national pageant. So it means that they are very serious about like staging it and giving you
Mhm.
ladies an opportunity to like compete in an actual pageant.
Exactly.
Now I'd like to ask
Exactly.
now, Andrea, because I've also taken a look at some of the hot picks from some pageant portals, and they have placed you as their top favorite. A lot of them has placed you on their top favorite as the one to win the Miss Universe Spain crown. What can you say about that?
Well, the only thing I can say is thank you so much, because it really touched my heart, and every single one of my colleagues, every single one of the girls that are also participating with me has a beautiful and powerful message, and each of them deserve the same this crown as I do. So I'm very happy and very emotional that many people choose me and see me and believe in me. So the only thing I can do is thank you so much. I never had so much support in my life for any project, and it's amazing. It's an amazing feeling.
Yes, and of course, we would also like to thank all of the fans for like already pushing Andrea, because you never know what kind of effect or encouragement it can give to a candidate, knowing that they are rooting for a certain candidate. So thank you so much to all of the fans. Now, Andrea, this is a very interesting question. I don't know if you follow the other pageants from the other countries, because I think there are already some national delegates crowned later this year.
Mm-hmm.
So far, from all of the national candidates crowned for Miss Universe for the next competition, who do you think are the impressive ones so far? For example, fingers crossed, you're going to win the title for Miss Universe Spain. Who do you think are going to be like the strong competitors from the other countries?
Um, it's a hard question, because every one of them has something, and I still have to watch Miss USA competition, because I was reserving tonight to do it, so I
Yeah.
haven't seen it yet. I know that the preliminary was yesterday or the day before, I think. Um, I don't know. I saw Australia. She's amazing. She's so beautiful, so nice, and also I think it was, yeah, no, where was the I don't remember the name.
Is
The
it
problem is that
Thailand?
the names are difficult. Thailand, yeah, she's a beautiful,
Yeah.
beautiful, beautiful.
Amanda. Yeah.
Yes,
Yes. Okay.
I couldn't remember the name. Sorry.
Yeah. Yes.
Also, I don't know. Every one of them are amazing. So
There.
it's
Yeah.
very hard
I
for me.
actually correct. I totally agree, because I've also like taken a look at some of the recent winners. I think for
Oh,
one thing, a lot of
also Canada.
yeah.
Sorry,
Yes.
I'm remembering now. Canada, she has
Okay.
a very powerful message, especially now with everything that happens with Black Lives
Yeah.
Matter. I like that. I like her very, very much.
Yes, I totally agree with you, Andrea, because when I also I have taken a look at some of the candidates. Number one, it's a really diverse group so far, for
Mhm.
sure. And number two, a lot of them have really, actually, all of them have really great messages to tell the world. So if ever
Mhm.
you're going to be added into that roster of Miss Universe candidates, it's going to be a great year. We're so happy. Now, I'd like to ask Andrea, because some of the fans on the comments are already asking, when exactly is the Miss Universe Spain 2020 finale? Maybe you can tell them the details already.
Yes. Miss Universe Spain 2020 is going to take place in Tenerife, Canary Island, and it's going to happen on 21 of November. So only 10 days to know who is going to be the next Miss Universe Spain, and I can be more happy.
Yay! So 10 days from now, we are going to see if Andrea is going to bag the crown. Um, of course, I'd like to ask again, Andrea, is there any like live stream? Is it going to be live stream on the Miss Universe Spain page or on YouTube? Do you have any details on that so the international fans can watch you
I
perform?
don't have that information yet, but I'm sure the
Mm-hmm.
organization will announce that very soon. But yeah, probably yes, it's definitely going to be recorded, and we can watch it for sure.
There you go. Okay, now, before I give you the final word, actually, I have here some fan questions and comments. Is it okay if you allow me to like read some of the
Of course,
questions?
definitely.
Okay, we have so to all of the fans, I'm now going to allow you to like comment your questions for our lovely, beautiful guest for tonight, Andrea de las Heras. The first question is coming from Florabel Arafol Trangia. And her question is, if you will win Miss Universe Spain, what will you do first?
If I win Miss Universe Spain, the first thing I'm going to do is take my preparation even harder. I mean, I'm doing now everything I can, but I need more time. So if I am finally chosen by the organization, I will put my 200% because I'm already giving that, but I will continue, but I will have more time, which is what I need now, more time. And
Mm-hmm.
my plan is to focus on my message and recording videos to explain how you can overcome. In my case, I will talk specifically about bulimia, but also I already talked with a few friends from many different countries in the world that want to participate on this project, and they want to tell their stories because they suffer from very similar things. So I like
Mm,
to do interviews with them. Yes, I will focus on my, because once everything is finished, what I want to do is focus on my message, and yes, that is what I will do. I will try to reach how to like investigate and more, and keep learning how to help more people and how to help
yeah.
myself. Yeah, so that will
Yes.
be.
Okay. Yes, that's a very exciting project, a very important project at that. So we're gonna wait for that. Andrea, maybe we can show one more here. Actually, a couple more. There are a lot of comments here. This coming in from again one of the fans. If I'm not mistaken, you competed in 2018, right? I remember that's when I started following you. I hope you win this year. We're
Thank
also
you
like
so
keeping our fingers crossed as well.
much.
Okay, this one. Jules Geraliena would like to ask, I think it's in Spanish. Let me like decipher this. Is it asking about the color of your evening gown? Is that right?
Exactly. That's what. Yeah.
Oh,
um.
I was able to translate. Okay, yes. Do you have any idea? Do you have any idea?
Well, the dress is being designed by one of my favorite designers in Spain. She's also from Canary Island. His name is Sedomir, and you will see that it's going to be a piece of art. I haven't seen it yet, not even myself, because we just discussed about the ideas, or I tried a little bit of a few of their designs, and so we can decide what fit me better and all that. But I haven't seen it yet, so I cannot give you much details. But it was going to be amazing.
Great, great. We are so excited for that. Thank you so much for that question. Julvi Taganahan would like to say, Hola, Miss Payne. Wishing for you to get the
Hello.
crown, Hermosa. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
You know what, Andrea, there's a lot of like well wishes for you in the
Thank
comment
you so
section right
much.
now.
Thank
Okay, we
you.
have here another coming from Tara Castellano. She'd like to say pretty. I
Thank you.
totally agree. I totally agree with that. Actually, one comment here mentioned that you look like Angelina Jolie in some angles. Do you
Oh
get
my
that all the
God.
time? Really?
That's
I'm
really
going to
that's
like look for
really
that. I'm gonna look for that because someone mentioned that you look like Angelina Jolie. I actually have some angles of that. I couldn't see it anymore. Okay. Here. This one. Is like this one?
Oh. Thank you so
Jules
much.
also mentioned.
She's
Yes,
a
another pow.
beautiful message. Sorry, she's a beautiful woman, and I really admire her. So couldn't be more happy. You made my day.
Yes, thank you so much for sharing that. I totally agree. Have some angles, all right. Rico DC would like to say she's very charming. Thank you so much for saying that to our special guest here. And one last, Florabel Arafol Trangia would like to say she's very down to earth. I totally agree with you. Thank you so much. Now to all of the fans who already placed their comments, thank you so much for placing those comments and questions for our extra special guest for tonight. But then, of course, like any good thing in the world, all things must come to an end. We will have to end the live stream in a little bit, but I'm not going to end it without allowing our extra special guest to say her final message. Andrea, do you have anything to say to all of the fans around the world on Sash Factor Live? Any special word you'd like to tell them?
Well, my message is about, first of all, I want to say thank you all for watching this video, for being here with me, for supporting me from even other countries. This is something so, it's unbelievable. But what I want you to remember is that no matter where you start, no matter how much difficulties you're being through at this moment, especially now that we are living this situation everywhere, um, keep doing it, keep working on your dreams, never give up, and honestly, keep in mind that each of us are humans, and we are all of uh, trying and fighting, and that's what you should do. Never give up your dreams. Thank you so
There you
much.
go. Thank you so much. And maybe one final word, Andrea, to all of your supporters who are cheering you on for the Miss Universe Spain 2020 crown. What is your message for all of them?
My message is that I'm there for you. I'm on my Instagram. You can feel free to text me, to ask me, to tell me your problems. I'm just a normal girl, but I want to be your friend, and connecting with people from Philippines and other countries just makes me so happy, because we are far, but we are close. And yeah, I'm here for you.
There you go. We have here a queen who's here for you, the down to earth and the very charming Miss Universe Spain 2020 finalist Andrea de las Heras. In Filipino, I'd like to say maraming salamat. That's thank you very
Maraming
much.
salamat.
Yes, and we wish you the very best on your journey. Hopefully, we get to interview you again on Sash Factor Live the next time,
Anytime.
hopefully with a crown on your head. We never know, okay? We never know. It might happen. It's highly possible it's going to happen, and we can't wait for you to start again to continue your journey towards the Miss Universe Spain 2020 crown. And to all
Thank
of
you
the
so
fans on
much for
Sash,
that.
thank you so much as well, Andrea. And now to all of the fans on Sash Factor live chat series, maraming salamat po for tuning in to our special interview here. On behalf of the whole team on Sash Factor, this is Noy Sabilano, your host for tonight, saying stay safe and have a great day, everyone. Maraming salamat po. Bye,
Bye.
everyone!